Since 1986, a series of Theosophical Conferences have been held, mostly in London, at which scholars from within the Theosophical movement and from the academic world in general have gathered together in a harmonious way to discuss famous people in Theosophical history, famous organisations, and also some lesser-known incidents. These conferences have proved extremely valuable in bringing about a community of scholars and interested persons. Some of their papers have been published in the journal Theosophical History that was launched in 1985 and has been edited since 1990 by Jim Santucci at California State University. We are about to begin a new chapter with the Theosophical History Conferences. It is intended, at the kind invitation of the European School, to schedule the conferences immediately after the European School from the year 2019 onwards. This means that there will be an opportunity for people attending the school to stay on for the Theosophical History sessions, and also for people just to come for the Theosophical History meeting. Because the European School uses different locations in Europe, this will mean that people who live far away from London, the traditional home of the conferences, will have the opportunity of attending and participating. So this is an exciting development which we greatly welcome from the Theosophical History side. There's a strong case for holding conferences that focus on particular aspects of the Theosophical field. Last year, the Theosophical Society in England held a very successful conference about the work of Annie Besant, and this drew together scholars interested in both her theosophical endeavours and also her contribution as a social reformer. Now, there are other persons who should receive a similar focus. I would especially welcome Krishnamurti. There are many theosophists who would like to reconsider the contribution of Krishnamurti, and there are other scholars and individuals interested in the human predicament and interested in philosophy who can contribute to a better understanding of Krishnamurti, who remains to some extent an unsolved problem within the theosophical field. As well as Krishnamurti, I would particularly mention the occult revival at the end of the 19th century, in which theosophists played a very significant part. This was a seminal time in the development of alternative spirituality, and it is something that deserves to be re-examined. At the European School this year, I spoke about the wisdom of H.P. Blavatsky, and I addressed a new situation that's facing us in the theosophical community. There's a rapidly expanding community of scholars, especially in Western esotericism, who are publishing valuable and learned papers about Madame Blavatsky and other aspects of the theosophical field. Traditionally, we theosophists have been sympathetic to HPB, and the only other persons interested in her have tended to be critics, fundamentalists, other occultists who are rivals, and skeptics. But now there are neutral scholars who are making really valuable and extensive analyses of HPB's thought. This is greatly to be welcomed, but so far the theosophical community has not responded very much to this, and we do need to take steps to make sure that theosophists are aware of the latest research developments involving these neutral scholars, mostly, as I say, in the field of Western esotericism, but not exclusively. I believe that Madame Blavatsky, who in her own lifetime mixed very much with scholars and scientists, would welcome this development.